Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quick Break Games. Welcome to a brand new video about LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, the massive new LEGO game coming out later in spring 2022 from TT Games. And the hype for this game has really never been higher because we finally got new marketing for this game, where there really hasn't been for the last couple years. There's just been a trailer, once or twice every year, but we're finally beginning to see marketing for this game, which is really exciting. Then, of course, we have the Game Awards 2021, which is going to be a big deal, and a lot of us are anticipating some sort of appearance from LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga there, whether it's a trailer or some sort of gameplay demonstration. A lot of us want to see that game at that event. But we're going to talk more on the Game Awards later. First off, we got to talk about the new marketing for this game. So I talked about this in my video from a couple weeks ago, but we have this new Life Day tweet from November 17th where they tweeted about Life Day, which is a holiday for the Wookiees in Star Wars canon, if you're not aware. And we got this little video of Chewbacca. You get a good look at his character model there with all of his new details, and you also get a good look at the open world of Kashyyyk. And that was a pretty cool tweet. We weren't really expecting that, but we were kind of thinking, maybe this is just a one-off thing. But then they tweeted again. So on Thanksgiving Day here in the US on November 25th, they tweeted, "What food from a galaxy far, far away do you wish was on your holiday table? Happy Thanksgiving." And then we get a new little video here of Obi-Wan Kenobi, the ghost version from episode 5, Dagobah, I believe, and he's eating some sort of food here. I'm not totally sure what that is. I think it's like supposed to be some sort of pie or maybe a taco. Who knows, but someone let me know in the comments what you think Obi-Wan is eating there. But you do get a good look at his new Ghost character model, which I think looks way better than it did in, the original Complete Saga games, obviously. In those games, he was like a lot more blue, like he didn't have any of his original coloring there, but now you can kind of see it looks more like the movies, kind of how it does in the sequel trilogy. So I really like this new look at the Force Ghost in LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. So that was a bit unusual seeing two tweets from the LEGO Star Wars game account like that, but now we got another tweet from November 29th saying, "Winter is here, who wishes they had a Tauntaun?" And we get a new look at the Hoth open world here with hooded Han Solo riding a Tauntaun. You can see the detail on the Tauntaun there. Look at the snow that builds up on its feet. And you can also see the new hooded Han Solo character model, which looks really sharp. And yeah, it's just really cool that they're giving us like regular weekly tweets now. So it's actually kind of a good thing to be following this account again. Like for the longest time, this account would only be active like once or twice a year when we'd get a trailer. But now they seem to be tweeting just about every week, so we'll have to see if this keeps up, and it does seem to be building up towards the Game Awards 2021, so a lot of us are speculating that the game's going to show up there. I personally think it will, because if you go back and look from September 1st, which is over 3 months ago now, TT Games actually posted on their website, a link to this will be in the description, as well as a link to all these tweets if you want to check all these out yourself to watch these little videos that they posted on their Twitter. But on September 1st, TT Games did confirm that more news about this game would be coming very shortly, and I think if they want to keep their word on that, they got to give us something before the end of the year, because it has been over 3 months now. I feel like they're kind of pushing it in terms of being very shortly, so I think the Game Awards 2021 would make perfect sense for this game to appear there. Now, what am I expecting here? I'm hoping for a solid release date. Of course, we have the leaked release date of April 5th. I personally believe that will be when the game comes out. I'm like, I would say 90% confident on it. It could be an inaccurate release date because we know that it is in fact real, but it may not be like the finalized release date yet because, they haven't officially announced it yet, but I personally believe April 5th is when the game's going to come out. So it would make sense if we got that announcement here at the Game Awards. Personally, I want more since we've been waiting so long. I want to see like a proper 5 to 10 minute gameplay demo with one of the devs talking over it. I think that would be best, but honestly, I'm not getting my hopes up. I think at best we're probably just going to get the release date here, but you know what, I'll take anything we can get. So marketing for this game has returned, which is always good news, but we also have a little bit of news regarding potentially the next LEGO game after Skywalker Saga, because James Anwell, I believe is how you pronounce his name, he's a developer at TT Games, and he recently updated his bio on Twitter. You can see it here. It says something something designer at TT Games working on to be announced. Now, before this, I forget exactly what it says. Maybe somebody has a screenshot out there of what it said. But he basically said that he was working on Skywalker Saga, where now he has updated that to where he's a designer on some other new LEGO game, which is very interesting. So he has now moved past Skywalker Saga, and this is a good sign for the game coming out in April or the spring, because we now have more devs moving on to whatever the next LEGO game is. Because we also had Jack Chapman, who was another dev at TT Games. He has since left the company, but he was already, this was like several months ago, and he was already working on the next LEGO game after Skywalker Saga as well. So I think that's a good sign both for Skywalker Saga and the next game, because that means development is wrapping up on this game. I do not believe it's going to get delayed again. And that also means that they're already getting a head start on the next game, so hopefully we won't have to wait as long for that next game. You know, hopefully it won't be another 2-3 years after Skywalker Saga for us to wait for the next game. Maybe the next game could even come out in late 2022 or early 2023. Who knows, but I think the wait will be less just because we already have devs working on it. And the last thing I want to talk about in this video is another developer leaving TT Games. Now this is Dewi Roberts, who was an assistant game director at TT Games. He has announced that he has left here on November 26th. He says last day at TT Games, done. Not sure what he meant by MK2. Maybe somebody who works there knows what that means, but he said, been a fun decade of cramming as much stupidity into LEGO hubs as possible, but now for a little something different to cram stupidity into, me thanks. So there we go. He always kind of has some humor into his tweets. But yeah, that is another dev leaving, which brings us up to at least 12 developers now that have left TT Games since, you know, around May of this year. So yeah, we do have a lot of devs who have left this year. I definitely think there's something maybe negative going on at TT Games. I'm not sure if, you know, maybe they're being worked too hard or something like that. But, you know, we have a lot of devs leaving here that have been with the company for years. So I do think that is a bit odd. And of course, we are also in the longest gap that we've ever been in between LEGO games. Like if you go back, you know, 10 years or so, we were getting like 2 or 3 LEGO games per year. And now we're going to go over 3 years without a single LEGO game. So the development at TT Games has slowed down a lot. I know video games take longer to make in general now because they're way more detailed. But it does seem weird how they've really slowed down their output, and now we have all these devs leaving, so I'm not totally sure what's going on there. All we can really do right now is speculate. But yeah, that's going to pretty much do it for this video. So we've got the continued marketing of LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga with 3 new tweets from the LEGO Star Wars game account, and I do love that they're doing this because I actually suggested this in a video from like over a year ago where I was talking about, you know, maybe they could just give us weekly tweets. I think that would really improve the marketing for this game. And now over 2 years later, they're finally following my suggestion there, so I really like that. And we also have a developer now moving on from Skywalker Saga on to whatever the next LEGO game is after Skywalker Saga, James Anwell there, and then we have Dewi Roberts leaving TT Games, bringing us now to at least 12 developers that we know of that have left the company over the last 5 to 6 months, so that's a little bit alarming there. But other than that, it's going to do it for this video, so let me know what you think of all of this news. A lot of stuff to break down here. Let me know if you learned something new. Like this video if you did, dislike it if you didn't, and subscribe for more LEGO game videos here on the channel. We're always covering the latest in Skywalker Saga, as well as doing mini kit guides and stuff like that, so if you like LEGO games, you're going to love this channel. But other than that, I will see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.